Colleges that really care about your extracurricular activities. That is the topic of today's video. My name is Craig Meister. I'm a college admissions coach. You can learn more about me and how you can work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process on my website, which is collegemeister.com. And if you're interested in learning about whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America, visit areyouontracktogetin.com. Again, that's areyouontracktogetin.com, at which you will complete a free 3-minute assessment. Your results will be emailed to you right away, and they will help you clarify whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America. But remember, there are no guarantees. And so even if you're on track, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get in. It just means you're on track to give yourself the very best shot of getting into one of the most selective colleges or universities in the United States. All right, so today I want to talk about colleges that really want to learn about your extracurricular activities. They really care. They really do care in the United States. Let's face it, around the world, the vast majority of universities couldn't care less about activities you engage in during your high school years or during the summers between your high school years. You know, this is true of the vast majority of colleges in South America, Europe, Asia, and even Canada. But in the United States, things are wild. It's very different here. And in the United States, colleges do care about your extracurricular activities enough where there's an entire activities page on the Common Application, which is what most colleges now are subscribed to, most selective colleges are, when they are taking your application. And on that list, even though you don't have a lot of space, they ask you for details about up to 10 activities that you've engaged in during your high school years. So that's a sign right there that colleges in the United States are far more invasive and interested in your extracurricular activities than colleges almost anywhere else on earth. But beyond that, there are colleges in the United States that really care about your extracurricular activities to the point where they give you even more space than the Common App's activities page to elaborate on the depth and breadth of what you've achieved outside the classroom during your high school career or during the summers between each grade in high school. And so I want to touch on these colleges today because I'm not going to name them all, but there are basically a third of the colleges that are members of the Common App give you the opportunity to either upload a PDF resume to their Common App supplements, or they give you other opportunities to either email, mail, or on their admissions portal after you've submitted a formal application, share an extracurricular resume that goes above and beyond what you can share on the activities page. Now, I will just take a time out right now and remind all of you that I have a very short course known as How to Build an Extraordinary Extracurricular Resume. And this short course takes less than 1 hour to complete and it costs less than $20. I highly recommend it. There is a link to it in the description for this video. This How to Build an Extraordinary Extracurricular Resume short course is going to teach you everything you need to know about how to build an extracurricular resume that is in the right format to properly communicate about all of your awesomeness and basically serving up to colleges exactly the information they need and want to know if they do want to learn about you beyond what is available to you in terms of space and character counts on the activities list of the Common App's common portion. So again, I strongly recommend How to Build an Extraordinary Extracurricular Resume. It will serve you quite well. But the focus, again, of this video today is that I want to touch on some of the top colleges or the most selective colleges that do give you one of these opportunities. Again, most of the time it comes in the form of the option on its supplement, one of these colleges' supplement, to upload a full-fledged resume. The vast majority of students seeing this are like, oh, I already did the Common App activities page. I don't need to say anything more. The end. That's a combination of laziness or just not knowing that you can elaborate more in a full resume upload than you could ever elaborate on in a activities list that gives you very firm and fast character counts on each of the fields that you're filling out. But the vast majority of students do not take colleges up on the option of uploading supplemental resumes, which is wild to me. It's crazy to me. But again, other colleges that I'm going to mention today could also give you this opportunity, not necessarily on the Common App's supplement for that college, but also in sort of these secret little places, again, most notably of which is on their college admissions portal. After you formally submitted the application, you can share more information often on these college admissions portals, right after the fact. A few days later, you get invited to log into this portal at Emory And Emory now is allowing you to upload a resume all of a sudden. It's wild. But other colleges on their websites, their public admissions websites, before you even log into anything, say that if you want to send a resume, email it here or upload it there, or you can mail it here. So there's all different options. And then sometimes even on arts or other special portfolios for honors colleges, at that point, colleges can often invite you to upload a resume to their supplements or some special application. So there's all these little different nooks and crannies where potentially a resume could be shared that goes above and beyond what the activities list allows you to share if you are a highly achieved student. And in all cases, whenever you get a chance to share more about your extracurricular activities, I encourage you to do so, because this would potentially be valuable information, particularly for a college that is basically inviting you to do so. They basically want to know more. These are colleges that really care about your extracurricular activities. You might as well take the time to share it with them. So here are some of the colleges, and I'll just go in some sort of alphabetical order. Again, I'm not even listing all of them. Like I mentioned, there are basically 1,100 colleges on the Common App as of the 24-25 admissions cycle. And during the 23-24 admissions cycle, of these, there were almost 400 that accepted a resume in one way, shape, or form. So this is a good third of the colleges on the Common App. So this is wonderful. I think it's great, and I want you to be informed about it. So what are the colleges I'm talking about? Well, let's start alphabetically. Auburn University has given you the opportunity to share a resume in one way, shape, or form. So has Babson College up in the Boston metropolitan area, Barnard in New York City, Baylor in Texas. These are amazing schools. These are schools that lots of kids would be thrilled to go to. So why not give yourself a leg up and share more about your extracurricular exploits if given the opportunity to share? Boston College, Boston University, Bowdoin. Again, some of these come in different forms and shapes and may not be abundantly obviously where you're going to upload a resume as much as maybe you can share more information in a special field somewhere. But at the very least, sometimes they're even encouraging you, what I encourage you to do, which is share a 650-word resume about yourself in the additional information section of the Common App's writing page. On the very bottom of that writing page, you have at least had that built-in space to share more information. For any college that doesn't give you a resume upload or doesn't seem to want one elsewhere, you can always throw a 650-word resume into the additional information section of the Common App's writing page. Bryn Mawr, up outside of Philly. Bucknell University, Case Western University has in recent years accepted students emailing resumes. I know that, but there are other shapes and forms that can come in. It doesn't necessarily come on their supplement in the case of Case Western. College of the Holy Cross, College of William and Mary, Cornell University, that's an Ivy League school. Emory, like I just mentioned, for years now has given the opportunity to upload a resume to their portal after the fact of applying. Florida State, this is a big state school that allows it. Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. What about Miami University in Ohio? Now, don't get that confused with University of Miami, which says that they couldn't care less about any extra information. They don't want a resume from you. But Miami University in Ohio will accept an extracurricular resume. Rice University in Houston. SMU in Dallas. These are good schools. I mean, these are really exciting and increasingly popular schools. What about the American University of Paris? Let's go to Paris together, have some crepes, and on the way, you can share a resume with the American University of Paris. University of Cincinnati, an amazing school for co-op programs. I actually like it much more than some other co-op-based colleges like Northeastern and Drexel. I really like University of Cincinnati, but those are lovely too for the right types of individuals. So Cincinnati allows you to upload a resume or share a resume. University of Colorado Boulder gives you the chance to share an additional resume. UConn, Delaware, Georgia. Now, I will say this, the caveat is I'm doing this video in June of 2024 for your admission cycle. Let's say you're watching this sometime in the future, as early as potentially August 2024. It is possible that they've changed their rules by that point. Every year, the Common App uploads or changes or renews itself and molts its old skin and has new skin on August 1st. So there's always a chance that these colleges can take away the opportunity to share more information. But all the information I'm sharing you is basically accurate as of the 24 admission cycle, the 2023-2024 admission cycle. And rarely do colleges pull back on giving you the opportunity to share a full resume, but occasionally it can happen. So always check during your admission cycle to see if this is still the case. But like I said, even big state schools like Georgia and UConn have allowed you to do it in the past. University of Maryland College Park, though Maryland College Park has also made some notes in the past about they're not going to read past the 8th entry on your activities list. So, I mean, that's sort of interesting that they would sort of speak out of both sides of their mouth, but it is University of Maryland. Anything is possible there. Penn, my alma mater, Penn, has traditionally given you the opportunity to share a resume on its supplement. Who knows if that will continue in the quest for equity? All these colleges are doing different things now that are trying to level the playing field, or also known as lower the glass ceiling on what really exceptional students are able to share with them. So at any point, things could potentially change. But again, for many years, Penn has allowed you to have a resume on its upload on its supplement. Pitt has given you the opportunity to share more somewhere. I don't necessarily think it comes in a resume upload, but it's somewhere. University of South Carolina Honors College. This is a great school. I have many happy campers there these days. Texas, Austin. Again, a wonderful school, has given you the opportunity to upload a more full-fledged resume than beyond what is allowed on the activities page somewhere before. UNC, Chapel Hill. This is amazing. Great school. Vanderbilt. Vassar College. Washington and Lee, and Wash U in St. Louis. So again, this is just a handful of the schools that are schools that have traditionally allowed you to share far more about your extracurricular activities, and therefore they care much more about the depth and breadth of what you've achieved than schools that will not allow you to share more anywhere on their supplement, or don't want to hear from you elsewhere on even the common portion of the Common App, and they won't even consider it. Now, I will say, again, a handful of schools are very explicit about not wanting any more information than that would fit on the little slots within their supplement and on the Common App. And these schools, at least in the past, have included, in reversed alphabetical order, Yale, UVA, University of Miami, as I just mentioned, Stanford, NYU, Georgia Tech, Carnegie Mellon, Pittsburgh. They do actually have a Qatar campus, and actually the Qatar campus of Carnegie Mellon has allowed you to upload or share an extra resume before. But Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, the main hub of Carnegie Mellon, does not want to hear more from you, or at least has not in the past, about your extracurricular activities and the slots available to you on their supplement and on the Common App itself. And then also UC Berkeley, of course, and also Rutgers. Though I will say with Rutgers, I think they give you more space to do something like that on their BAMD program application if you're applying to the very unique niche program. I hope you enjoyed this video. It gives you, again, a sense that there are really a lot of sense in putting together a strong resume, because in many cases, and many others that I didn't mention, I mean, again, there are 400 schools roughly, just under 400 schools that as of today allow you to share a resume somewhere. So I just named a handful of those, the ones that I'm most intrigued by, but there are many others. If you don't put together an extracurricular resume going into your common application cycle, you're just being foolish at this point, because you want to pull from a document that has the most impressive details about yourself when you're even copying and pasting in the activities page of the Common App itself. But then beyond that, you're going to probably be able to share somewhere in some way, shape, or form more details. So you should start the process of communicating about your extracurricular activities by drafting a full-fledged extracurricular resume. And I would go so far as to argue an extraordinary extracurricular resume. So again, go to How to Build an Extraordinary Resume, this online short course. It's linked to you in the description to this video. You can find it at extraordinaryresume.com. And that, my friend, is a really valuable piece of advice that I'm leaving you with today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process, go to my website, which is collegemeister.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, stay stress-free throughout the entire college admissions process.